What's up, level uppers? Welcome to a live reaction time. The Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of Skywalker final trailer dropped today. It might have been yesterday at this point. I think it was late last night. I have not watched it yet, so this is going to be a fresh reaction. Just based on what I've seen from other people, seems like most are very happy with what's in place here. So I'm excited. Let's not waste any more time. Let's check out this trailer for Rise of Skywalker.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
That's a badass shot right there.
Have I waited? And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir,
Oh, that music, man.
at my friends.
Oh my god, this music.
Fighting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
That was a fantastic trailer. Fantastic trailer. Absolutely fantastic trailer. I think in large part due to the music, of course. John Williams, I'm pretty sure he just scores these put that up on the screen here. I'm pretty sure he scores these trailers himself, John Williams. Definitely felt like it on this one. There are so many great shots in there. Like visually, this movie looks like a stunner. That's no surprise. I thought Force Awakens was also a stunner as far as its cinematography and just in general the visuals. So J.J. Abrams coming back for this one. This has a look to it that that the Last Jedi did not. Like the trailers for the Last Jedi did not quite feel as epic and iconic as the Force Awakens teasers and trailers. I think that had a lot to do with the Force Awakens being like the return of Star Wars, so there was more emotion behind it. But I think that this trailer shows that it wasn't just that, because this really does feel like the end of a saga, like the way they portray it in the trailer here. And I'm surprised at that, because I was wondering how they were going to pull that off. This looked much more epic in scale than what I was expecting. Based on the end of The Last Jedi, which I'll say, like, I don't hate the movie. I think it's a fine movie. I don't love it either. I think it's got some pretty major flaws. But my big problem with The Last Jedi is when I came out of it, I was kind of just wondering, like, what's next? Like, I don't really care. I just kind of feel like I'm not looking forward to what is going to be the closure for this trilogy and this saga as a whole. But J.J. Abrams has found a way to get me interested again in various ways. Some of it pandering, I guess, when it comes to Sidious, Sheev, Palpatine, whatever you want to call it. But that's part of it. It's just to bring back a big bad like that and to feel him as this looming threat over it. The music as well, I think that also made the first teaser for Force Awakens really strong, was the iconic Star Wars theme, the dun, 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 that closed that teaser when the Millennium Falcon showed up, and to have like a new version of that theme play during the second half of this trailer here was badass. That final shot there, we're gonna go back to the beginning anyway. At the very end here, I might listen to that again actually.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Okay, I think it's Leia. Yeah, I think it's Leia. It was Luke and then Leia, which actually is awesome. I love that they went with that. And that final shot of Rey there, I almost wonder if she's looking at Luke and or Leia there. Kind of felt that way to me, where maybe she's looking at some Force ghosts or something there, and you can see maybe like a tear starting to kind of build up in her eye. So that's awesome. I always wonder when I first watched the trailer the first time, hearing that always at the end, it kind of, and this has a lot to do with Carrie Fisher's sort of rattled voice in her older age, but it almost sounded like a young boy, like, but not like, maybe like a little bit grown up. I always wondered if it was like Anakin or something, but I don't think it is. Here's what it is. It's Jake Lloyd. They couldn't get Hayden Christensen back, so they had to get Jake Lloyd instead for Anakin, and that's who it was. Jake Lloyd's going to be making a comeback. But that's just adds to the emotional effect there at the very end. The throne room, that was a badass shot there. Everything felt like every shot, there was various throughout the trailer. This felt so well put together, and like it's just soaked in lore and nostalgia and Easter eggs. I'm sure a lot of people are inspecting this trailer and finding a ton of little details. JJ is cleaning up Rian Johnson's mess. I don't think he's going to be retconning too much from what Rian Johnson did. I think certain things will allow development without retconning. And for instance, you know, if Rey were to have a clone, and that's why we see like a dark Sith version of Rey, that wouldn't be retconning her not having parents. It would actually be sort of confirming that she doesn't have parents, that she was cloned. So that's just like one route that they could go that wouldn't be retconning. It would actually just be a further development, you know, further reveal of information, which could work out in the end. Let me go to the chat here a little bit and see what you guys are saying. Nothing too much, actually. You guys aren't saying too much at all. What do you guys think of the trailer? I know I'm a little bit late here. Maybe you guys watched it yesterday, but now let's pause it there on that shot of Palpatine. Put it back up on screen here. What is going on in this shot, actually? Looks like he is connected to something. It doesn't look like he's like simply sitting on the throne. He might be. Maybe the throne is like really high up. That throne shot we saw earlier, it could be the throne that he's sitting on, but it kind of looks like he's connected to something. Maybe he's like Mecha Palpatine, or maybe he's like, he needs life support of some kind. I don't know. I love how like sort of empty this shot is though. Around Rey and behind her, it really makes me wonder about the environment here, the setting. Love the trailer and believe we will hear Anakin in this movie. Anakin is your favorite Star Wars character? Okay. Is that based on the animated stuff? Probably not based on the prequel trilogy, I would imagine. Vince, you loved Last Jedi, so I'm excited either way. Yeah, I definitely didn't love Last Jedi. I think I would say I liked Last Jedi. I thought it was a fine movie. I like The Force Awakens better, especially on rewatch. I think that it holds up much better on rewatch than Last Jedi does. I found myself sort of bored by Last Jedi on rewatch and sort of picking apart its plot holes on rewatch, as opposed to when I saw it in theaters, I was just kind of going with it. And that wasn't as bad. But when you really analyze that movie, I feel like there's some major character decision issues and plot holes in that movie that, you know, it is what it is at this point. But I'm definitely not going to say JJ is cleaning up the mess of Rian Johnson. I think Rian Johnson is a very, very talented director, and I think we're going to see that with Knives Out, especially, and his other stuff he's done too, whether it be Ozymandias for Breaking Bad or Looper or Brick. He's a very talented director, so I don't think it's really a reflection on him. Come on, the prequels were great. Jar Jar all the way. I kind of do wonder if they're going to go sort of like Avengers Endgame with this one, where they're just going to throw as much shit at you as possible at the end. Just references and Easter eggs and cameos and all that over and over and over again. And there might be a lot of that in this trailer already that I'm not really going to take the time to inspect right now, but is it really outside the realm of possibility that Jar Jar could be in this? No, I actually don't think it is outside the realm of possibility. I think it could happen. I think you could see Force ghosts of like everyone. Like you could see Anakin, you could see Qui-Gon. I don't know. I feel like they're going with legacy here. This is supposed to be the closure of a saga, and in order to feel like it really is rounding up this whole thing, you've got to pay homage to the prequel trilogy as well. You can't just like act like that never happened. It happened. It's canon. They never removed it. They could have. They had their opportunity to just be like, hey, prequel trilogy no longer canon. When they did that at the beginning, when Disney bought Star Wars as a franchise, they could have done that and they didn't. So, you know, make it work. We even saw that in the trailer, actually, in the first teaser for Rise of Skywalker. There were shots from the prequel trilogy. You saw Qui-Gon in there. You saw young Obi-Wan, played by Ewan McGregor. It's all there. So it just didn't quite come together the way they expected. I do know they have been wanting Anakin to be in this for a while. I'm just kind of, I mean, from the very beginning when they announced Rise of Skywalker with the teaser and they revealed Sheev was a part of it, right when that happened, I was like, oh shit, like everything's on the table now. Because I did not expect that. I did not expect them to bring back Palpatine. If anything, I expected them to bring back Snoke and reveal that he was like Darth Plagueis or something. That was maybe the route I thought they could have gone, which would have been a little bit, I don't know, predictable, because it seems like a lot of people thought that was a possibility. But this is fine as well. It feels a little bit like pandering, but I'm okay with it. For the closure of this saga, you know, let Rian Johnson do his trilogy and make it his own feel for Star Wars. Let D.B. Weiss and David Benioff do their thing. But for the closure of the Skywalker saga, honestly, I'm okay with pandering. Just give me something that's going to be satisfying as a conclusion. I think when you look at the trilogy as a whole, when all is said and done, I think that'll even make The Last Jedi more attractive, to look at that as the middle piece where it focuses on each character's story individually and things go to shit, and then you'll have The Rise of Skywalker come in, not to clean it up, but just to sort of, thank you so much, Cheryl Power, for the sub, but more so just to tighten it all up and make it come together and feel cohesive, I think is what the challenge is here and what J.J. Abrams is trying to do. And if he can accomplish that, I think it'll make the whole trilogy work together in a really strong way and make The Last Jedi work better as a result of that. We'll have to wait and see. You think we might get a time jump in this movie? Like between Last Jedi and this one? Yeah, maybe like a year, kind of like similar to Empire Strikes Back. I'm pretty sure there was about a year between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I could see the same thing happening here, where Rey continued her training on her own or something like that, and as a result, she's a much more capable Jedi moving into The Rise of Skywalker. I could see that. Mid-movie, no, I would say I don't expect that, Vince. I feel like this is going to be like one big sprawling epic that happens over a relatively short period of time. I think there's going to be a lot of journeying and a lot of traveling and a lot of different locales, but I do think it's going to be contained within a relatively short period of time. That's just my guess right now, if I had to make one. But I'm not opposed to a mid-movie jump in time, sort of like Avengers Endgame did, closer to the beginning, of course, but that took me by surprise when they did that. So I like that kind of stuff when they can take you by surprise with time jumps. We'll have to wait and see. We're not that far away. Only about a month and a half away. But anyway, that is it for my reaction here. Let me know what you guys think of this final trailer for The Rise of Skywalker in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of my reaction to the trailer. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit that dislike button if you disliked it. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button here at youtube.com/TheLevelUpNetwork. Make sure you turn on the bell. Make sure you get notifications whenever we upload new videos. We're back to uploading episodes of The Level Up Show, and I'm going to be trying to get in the habit of uploading reactions such as this one as well. That being said, if you want to make sure you catch a live reaction, we're doing it on Twitch right now. That's why we've got the live chat up on screen. So go to twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow, hit that follow button, turn on notifications, make sure you get alerts whenever I go live. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, take care. And as always, don't forget to level up.